Over the past 15 years, Morocco has embarked on a process of social and economic development in view of succeeding in many challenges that it faces. This progress is expressed by the development and building of new infrastructure as well as by the modernization of existing ones. This applies to all regions in the kingdom, with a permanent concern that this development could benefit the entire Moroccan population, which demonstrates a definite and determined step forward made by the nation as a whole. Today, Morocco is under development. Morocco is in motion. Historically, the agricultural sector in Morocco has always been one of the essential elements contributing to the national economy. Agriculture in Morocco currently continues to be one of the spearheads of the national economy, with key figures that demonstrate the sector's importance with a level of investment and an agricultural GDP on an upward trend from 2008 to date. The utilized agricultural area covers an area of approximately 8.7 million hectares and has a great wealth of agroclimatic conditions, allowing it to produce a wide variety of agricultural products. Agro-industrial production is becoming increasingly important year after year, indicating a modernization of the agricultural production structure. Moreover, agricultural exports significantly contribute to the country's overall exports. Agricultural exports have been steadily increasing since 2008, and this upward trend is expected to continue. Since 2008, and under the leadership of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, may God glorify him, the Green Morocco Plan has enabled national agriculture to set in motion a 2020 agricultural development strategy in order for agriculture to constitute a driving force for the growth of the national economy. Ambitious, the Green Morocco Plan bases its actions on quantified 2020 targets. This plan, identified as a role model by several northern and southern countries as well as by international organizations such as the FAO, is based on two main pillars. Pillar 1 is dedicated to a modern agriculture that is geared towards production. It aims to develop agriculture in favorable and irrigated areas through private investments accompanied by the state's support. Pillar 2, on the other hand, is dedicated to solidarity agriculture, namely with a particular consideration for difficult and vulnerable areas. The government directly finances the investments in these areas in order to enhance the revenue of small producers and to support them in the market in order to guide them towards the path of socio-economic development through agriculture. Today, thanks to the Green Morocco Plan, agriculture in Morocco is open to everyone, to all regions and for all sectors. From 2008 to date, results have been positive, and the forecast for the 2020 targets allow us to say that these will be met. Today, Morocco offers a fertile ground for investments to be made in the agricultural sector. Hence, investors are presented with various opportunities to leverage their investments in a stable and promising business environment. First of all, there is the opportunity to gain direct access to land through the long-term lease of agricultural land for up to 40 years in the framework of a public-private partnership between investors and the Moroccan state. This partnership is undertaken in the framework of calls for tenders, at the end of which the selected investors enter into a contractual framework with the state to carry out economically viable agricultural and agro-industrial investment projects that are technically adapted to the agricultural potential of the relevant area. Investors have also the possibility of partnering up with companies who own agricultural land by way of acquiring equity stakes. Furthermore, the available agricultural production that is on the upward trend since 2008 with ambitious 2020 objectives serves as a leverage effect benefiting all the players in the sector, particularly agribusiness and processing. This production is secured by way of two instruments: contract programs materializing the joint commitment of the sector's players and the state to meet the objectives set for each sector, as well as the continued expansion of the irrigated areas to approximately 500,000 hectares by 2020. On the one hand, growth in productivity has the effect of boosting demand for seeds, fertilizers, plant health products, and for agricultural mechanization, hence creating interesting investment opportunities for agribusiness. The extension of irrigation and the reconversion of irrigation systems into drip irrigation also offer significant opportunities for operators in this sector. On the other hand, the production requires transformation and valorization. hence creating investment opportunities in upgrading units. It is in this framework that agripoles were established in the main production areas in Morocco for the benefit of agro-industrialists. Beyond these investment opportunities, Morocco offers a favorable business environment in terms of economic, regulatory and institutional aspects. On the economic level, the Agricultural Development Fund, created to promote investments in agriculture, constitutes genuine financial support for the sector, with subsidies reaching up to 100% for the case of drip irrigation. Also, several agreements were signed with banks in the framework of the Green Morocco Plan to support the fund agricultural investments. Insurance products specifically designed for agriculture are also made available to farmers in order to hedge against climate-related risks, amongst other things. Infrastructure such as highways, ports and airports foster the logistics and marketing of agricultural products, hence enabling them to reach their destination more easily and in a shorter time period. Investors can also benefit from all the trade agreements signed between Morocco and Europe, the United States, Turkey, Africa and the Arab countries, hence placing Morocco as an export hub for agricultural products. Morocco has also qualified labor, technicians, engineers and veterinarians trained in 3 establishments administered by the Ministry of Agriculture, which are able to accommodate over 2,700 students per year. Vocational training is also a significant component, as training programs are offered in 53 establishments with a total of 50,000 trained graduates. A regulatory arsenal was applied in order to provide a legal framework that promotes investments. We can namely cite the law on intertrade organization, which regulates the organization of players in the production chain, enabling a genuine synergy between the various resources involved in the value chain. Also, the law on agricultural aggregates, which secures trade transactions between aggregators and the incorporated through controlization and establishes investments for the resolution of disputes. The objective is to create linkages between the small farmers and the market. It is also worth mentioning the reform of the slaughterhouses and the wholesale markets, which introduced a new management method involving local communities and private operators within the framework of a public-private partnership, with the aim of enhancing the management and services provided. Dedicated institutions have been set up to support the whole process, from production to exports. We can namely cite the National Board of Agricultural Advisory, which provides guidance, advises and supports farmers for a ready transfer of technology. The National Board for the Health Safety of Food Products monitors the health safety of food products and compliance with the standards. The Autonomous Export Control and Coordination Institution coordinates export activity. The Agency for Agricultural Development, ADA, on the core of this entire institution system, represents the single window for investors. Created in order to support and oversee the implementation of the Green Morocco Plan, the Agency for Agricultural Development, ADA, supports investors throughout all the phases of the project's implementation.